Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not a trick, not a line, not a manipulation, but a quiet truth that has survived centuries of human longing, heartbreak, and desire. A truth the Stoics understood long before modern dating, messages, silence, and rejection complicated love. And that truth is this: people are not drawn to need, they are drawn to wholeness. And attraction is never created by chasing, proving, or persuading. It is created when a person becomes so grounded in themselves that their presence feels calm rather than hungry, complete rather than dependent. And this is why the ancient Stoics never taught how to win people over. They taught how to never lose yourself. Because the moment you stop needing someone to complete you, something strange happens. People begin to feel safe around you, curious about you, drawn to you without knowing why. And this is where the famous idea begins, the one people reduce to a slogan: just say these 6 words and you'll attract anyone. But Stoic wisdom warns us immediately: words alone have no power unless the inner state behind them is real, because the 6 words are not magic, they are a declaration of emotional independence. And those words are: I'll be okay without you. Not spoken with anger, not spoken as a threat, not spoken to provoke fear, but lived quietly as a truth, because the Stoic understands something modern culture forgets. Love suffocates when it is fueled by fear. When your happiness depends on replies, validation, attention, or reassurance, you are no longer choosing someone, you are clinging to them. And clinging repels. It creates pressure. It turns affection into obligation, and obligation slowly kills attraction. Marcus Aurelius warned us that we suffer not from events, but from our judgments about them. And in relationships, this is painfully clear. We don't suffer because someone becomes distant. We suffer because we tell ourselves we cannot survive that distance. Epictetus taught that if you fear losing something, you have already handed it power over you. And modern relationships are filled with this silent surrender. One unanswered message can control your mood. One change in tone can disturb your peace. One moment of silence can make you doubt your worth. And the Stoic response is not coldness, it is clarity. The understanding that another person's behavior is outside your control, but your dignity is not. And this is where true attraction is born, because humans instinctively respect those who respect themselves. They are drawn to those who are emotionally sovereign, who do not beg to be chosen, who do not shrink to be kept, who do not abandon their values to avoid abandonment. The Stoic does not play games with silence. They do not withdraw to punish. They withdraw to protect their inner balance. Silence for them is not manipulation, it is self-respect. And this is why rejection does not destroy the Stoic, because rejection is not interpreted as unworthiness, but as misalignment. Not every seed grows in every soil, and not every person is meant to stay. Seneca wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and this is especially true in love, where fear creates scenarios that never happen, and desperation makes us act in ways that betray our own value. The Stoic path teaches something radical. You can feel deeply without losing control. You can love without dissolving your identity. You can desire connection without fearing solitude. And paradoxically, this emotional independence is what makes connection possible. Because when you stop demanding that someone save you from loneliness, you allow them to meet you freely, without pressure, without expectation. And people can feel this. They may not name it, but they feel it as calm, as safety, as strength. And strength is magnetic, not loud strength, not dominance, but quiet inner stability, the kind that does not panic when someone pulls away, the kind that does not over-explain, the kind that does not chase clarity at the cost of self-respect. And when someone senses that you are okay whether they stay or go, they experience you differently, because now they are choosing you, not being burdened by your need. And even if they leave, you do not collapse, because Stoicism never promised that everyone would stay. It promised that you would remain whole. And this wholeness is what ultimately attracts the right people and filters out the wrong ones, because those who only value you when you are accommodating, available, and self-sacrificing will disappear when you set boundaries, and that loss is not failure, it is protection. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that solitude is not deprivation when it is chosen, and learning to be at peace alone is not a curse, it is preparation. Preparation for relationships built on mutual respect rather than emotional dependency. So when you live the truth behind those 6 words, "I'll be okay without you," you are not closing your heart, you are opening it in the healthiest way possible. You are saying, "I want you, but I do not need you to survive. I choose you, but I do not abandon myself to keep you." And this energy cannot be faked, it cannot be memorized, it must be embodied. And once it is, you no longer worry about being attractive, because attraction becomes a side effect of integrity, of calm, of grounded presence. And whether someone stays or leaves, you remain aligned with yourself. And that is the ultimate Stoic victory, not winning hearts, but never losing your own.